Alright everybody, so we are getting ready to jump into this tutorial. Today we are making the Jeffy SML paper bag puppet.
What you're gonna need is you're gonna need a pencil. You can see that.
Yep.
Pencil. An eraser, just because people make mistakes. I have Elmer's school glue. It's like like a paste type thing. You can get whatever you want, but it's got to be something like this because it dries pretty quick. Some type of ruler, scissors. Now, what I was using is, you're gonna need some type of cardboard for the mouth plate, and the biggest thing, paper bag. And also, last but not least, the even bigger thing is going to be these type of cardstock, different colors for Jeffy. And we'll go through it. But you can find this at your local Walmart, Target. We're doing like a dual broadcast, whatever. So on my channel and his channel. On his channel, he's going to be doing a thing where if you want the patent, you want to make your own paper bag puppet.
It actually is in the link in the description right now, so you can actually download that pattern. And it will be more accurate to this if you feel like you're not very artistic and drawing. But you have also the option to just kind of
slow the video down.
Pause it. We watch this and freehand it.
All right, guys. First thing we're going to do is going to be the shirt. Only because it's a main part. And all you do after the shirt is you're going to do his face. But so what you do is you kind of line this thing up. You want it to be the same width as the bag. So use the bag as a guide, and you can actually just, if you want, take and line up. This is going to be the bottom of the mouth, so you don't need anything crazy. You just want it to be to this level right here. So what you're going to do is, especially with Jeffy, he's straight up and down. You're going to just draw a line down the bag. And if we already have a puppet, so I'm cheating, but you pretty much want to be, here's the back part. So here's Jeffy's shirt, you can see it in his hand. Here's the shirt, right? So you want to be, when you flip it over like this, you want to be right about here with the shirt. So
closer to that.
Maybe you see a little pencil mark, but
right there.
So what you're going to do is you're going to follow that. I'm flipping back over here. I made a little pencil mark. So it's going to be almost, let's see, you measurement people. Helps you out the right way. Probably about 2 inches for the bottom of the bag. So you're going to measure up. So here's your 2 inches right here. Yeah, so the shirt's not ginormously long, and you're going to mark 2 inches from the bag. So that's where the shirt's going to end. See, so once we move the bag, we're there, like this. So you're going to bring it down here. So that's the same. And once you sketch with the bag, you might want to make it a little bit neater. Boom. And that's going to be a shirt. You come across here. I mean, you can highball it. As long as it's somewhat straight. There you go. Boom. And that's going to be a shirt. And then later what we'll do is, once you cut the shirt out, we're going to make his sleeves. Which kind of flare out. But yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. I used to do it in like one piece. But you can do it in 2 pieces. It doesn't matter. It looks better anyways like that. So now I'm going to cut this out. Make sure you have sharp scissors. You can do adult scissors if you want to, but it's going to be interesting. So. And everything you mark with the pencil, you're going to want to flip it around. Because you don't want the pencil, or that eraser. You guys see the pencil marks? You can flip it like that. Pencil marks, and then flip it, so now you don't see the pencil marks. And then what you're going to do is, boom, it's Jeffy's shirt. And we're going to glue that on. And so you want to make it, you can make it a little bit wider than the bag too if you want. So you hide the bag. There you go. This will make Jeffy's sleeves. Cool thing, I kind of cheated a little bit because I already have a guide. But Jeffy has he's wearing his brother's shirt or whatever. He's kind of got, as you see, big sleeves and these really skinny arms. So the first time I made Jeffy, I kind of guesstimated at it. So, but seeing I have Jeffy, we're going to do this. We're going to cheat a little bit. But on the patent, it won't be like this. You'll be able to see it, no problem. So, and the other thing too is you want to make sure that you have plenty of. Don't be stingy on the paper or the cardstock, but you'll see it gets expensive if you're not kind of stingy. So So now I'm going to shift it over here to see exactly where Jeffy sleeves end. Here. There we go. So that's the sleeve. So now we're going to freehand it, kind of. Right? And then we're going to connect it. Go like this a little bit. And then this is our spot right here. So now you can be a little... Because this is going to be behind his shirt, so you really won't see it. But you want to make sure you have a little extra just in case. There we go. Sleeve, sorry, yeah. So now, here's where you get the cheat. Now you're going to cut Jeffy's sleeve out, but what you're going to do is you're going to flip it, and you're going to do, rather than have the freehanders again, you're going to flip it so you can have the other side Jeffy shirt. The other thing is, too, because Jeffy's sleeve is a certain way, whatever you do, make sure you don't reverse it. So let's see this kind of going like this, just like that. This is actually, let me show you with the shirt. It's going to go just like this. Boom. Remember I tell you about how you don't want the pencil marks on the other side? So what you're going to do is you're going to flip this around like that so you can make the other one. Unless you want to do freehand stuff, that's kind of a pain. So if you already have the pattern, why redo it again? So you're going to go ahead and now go here. Instead of like this, with the pencil side down, you're going to flip it like this to do Jeffy's other sleeve. A little bit. It's got to be what it's going to be. There we go. There we go. See? Now you have Jeffy's other sleeve. Do that. It's kind of a pain. I really hate. Hey, Skippy, why don't you just go ahead and just flip it around? It makes it a whole lot easier. Hey, cool. So now the fun part. We got to glue Jeffy's shirt to his bag, or to the bag. So go a little liberal with this stuff. You know, I mean, as far as don't be afraid to do a lot of glue. I mean, don't go crazy. Don't celebrate the glue, but yeah, just get enough, and just do it to where you think it's got to glue at. And then what you do is you put this thing down here, make sure it's the right side. There we go. There we go. Make sure it's even. There we go, even. And then with this, we're just taking if you rub on the paper a little bit, will be golden. If you mess up a little bit, what's going to happen is you're going to have the mouth here anyway, so you can overlap it. Well, actually, his face will be there, so it's not a big, ginormous deal.
Yeah, the bottom part of it is.
Yeah. His big skull. And if you happen to do it like I just did, and you didn't put enough glue, then you go here. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. And his pants are over there anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Now, the sleeves, actually before it dries, because I messed up, yeah, let's do this.
Step.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Cool. Now, before this dries, we'll do the same thing in this one. But see, just so you know, we're not perfect. Yep. Things happen. Yep. Just goes to show you we're human. So, yeah. So before you glue the shirt on, what you can do is glue the sleeves onto the back of the shirt first. But this glue does take a little while to dry, so we're fine. Okay, next to Jeffy's head. This is where you get a freehand. But if you get the patent from us, I take all the guesswork out of it, so it's not a big deal. Yeah. Here's what we're gonna do with Jeffy's head. See Jeffy's head? So we're going to do the ears separate, but his head, if you flip it around here, you got to sketch it. You want to sketch it a little past the bag, because so it looks like he's got a normal head. The problem with working with the paper bag puppets, we learned, right, Justin?
Yep.
Is they're square, so you got to kind of make everything look round when it's not round. You're probably going to go about a ½ an inch on each side, and just as long as it touches the top of the bag, so you don't see the bag. And then you'll be good. And then the bottom part drawer is actually pretty easy.
Yeah. So this is the, of course, back of the bag. And when he flips it around, this will be the front of the bag. So again, the back of the bag, just so you know, because it might confuse some people. Back of the bag, front of the bag.
Yeah, we're just showing you the back of the bag so you can see how I sketched the head.
Yeah. So the front of the bag, the way you know, it had this little flappy flap, and the back doesn't.
Yeah, the back just pretty much boom.
Boom. Yep.
Okay, so you want to kind of have it centered. And hopefully you're pretty, I mean, I'm decent at art, so, you know. So where the head's going to end is right here. The top portion of the head.
So he's talking about this bottom.
This part.
Of the,
That's the bottom, yeah, it's going to be the bottom right here where it's going to end.
Yes.
And then you continue the chin. That's a separate piece.
Here. So the top part in, so show it again. Sorry.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is, this is right here. Yep. So with that being said, so you're going to mark right here where the end of the bag is. Mark right here where the end of the bag is. And then you're going to sketch his head. So it's pretty much a round head. So there's no right or wrong, you know, however you want to do it. But no, I said I want about a ½ inch out. About a ½ inch, just guessing. Remember, it's just not to scale. I mean, it's not. You don't have to be really, really accurate. But it's about a ½ inch. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a round, because you got a big round head. So you're gonna go like this. It's almost like a circle. Yeah. Because you're gonna continue his head, but with the chin and all that stuff on the bottom part. So it's like that. So another circle. It says all freehand, but said if you download the pattern, it'd be so much easier for you. But you don't have to. If you get a little bit of
skill,
a little bit of art flair, you'll be fine. If I can do it, anybody can do it. How is because his chin's gonna go down to about where his sleeve starts. So right about there. You can take this away, and then you're gonna get your kind of right here, and guesstimate right about there, and then draw a line. And then you're going to draw his chin. So his chin's going to go, well, probably a little bit deeper than that, but so it's just going to continue his chin from the face like this. And you're going to set, yeah, so it's probably going to be a little bit deeper, but a little bit below, but, and you're going to continue the circle, kind of like a circle, but kind of not. And then you're going to go here. So we're freehanding it, but if you, the pattern's the key. I take all the, we take all the guesswork out of it because you don't have to worry about guessing and what's going to happen and all that other stuff. So this is going to be his chin. You make the chin bigger, fine. You make it smaller, fine. Doesn't really matter. It's your puppet. As long as you don't go too crazy and make a ginormous, he's got a big head as it is. You don't want to make his head any bigger than what it needs to be. This bag, see, within those 2 marks you made, because it's going to go, yeah. And usually what we do when we do, because if you make that too small, then it looks like a big stick. It looks like he's a popsicle. So once you get your line, come over here, and you connect them, because it's going to be where you're going to cut it off at.
So the line is for the mouth, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that means then what you're going to do, we're going to show you here. So that you might show on this puppet.
Yeah, so what happens is the circle right here is here. So the top part, which is here, this part,
yep,
is here.
Top half.
And this bottom part right here
bad
is this one. So if I open Jeffy up real quick, this part goes here.
Say it again.
This part right here?
Yep.
Once we cut it, is the chin right there.
Right.
And when you put them together, boom.
Looks like he has a full face.
Remember, there's a separation in the bag, so you can stick your hand in there. And that's his mouth, so you can go.
And that's what the line is for.
Yeah.
So just again, reinstating this, because I know for some people that will get it. Some people will be like, I'm confused.
So once we cut it, we'll show you.
For everyone, have
and we already done some tutorials, so if you wanted to see
we did an Elmo tutorial, we done a Gary V tutorial of other puppets as well. But yeah, definitely if you just want, just for fun, to see some other characters made, definitely leave a comment below. And yeah, we'll see if we can try to do it.
Okay, so the big part is you don't want the pencil mark to show. So you bring your paper bag puppet so far, right? So you're gonna glue this here, just under his chin. Remember I tell you how don't worry about if you can start seeing some of the edges of the paper. All right, so this is the chin. You're gonna do it right under this part where the bag creases. You're going to glue that right there.
That's what our cat Trixie said.
And Trixie is our assistant. She would let you know if you're doing something wrong. Yep. Right? So once you glue that, then you glue, flip it around so you get the good side, and you glue it
with no pencil marks.
No pencil marks. And you want to glue it not like that. You want to glue it a little bit like that. So
kind of overlapping on the lip.
Yeah. And there you go.
There you go.
And then you'll come to this.
Boom.
The more you go, the more it starts looking like Jeffy.
Or a South Park character, either one.
Yeah, pretty much. Cartman. Remember, we're going to not celebrate glue, but go crazy with the glue. So I'm going to do the top portion of the head first. I'm going to put enough glue here where it sticks. This glue is actually pretty good. Believe it or not, it actually sticks really, really well. You get
glue.
Yeah, you can work with it a little bit, once it's on there. But once it's dry, it's not coming off. You can ask Justin. He was trying to do something, whatever, and it did not come off at all. Yep. So
it stays on there.
Yeah. So this is what you want to make sure the thing is correct. So you're gonna like this. Make sure it's even. Go down a little bit past the thing. And there we go. Perfect. Cool. Straight. Good. And then again, should rub it on there. You don't really do this, but I've been doing it since we've been making the puppets, and it actually works. So you want to make sure every surface of this cardstock touches the glued part of the paper bag. I'm going to do the chin. So you can flip it up a little bit like this. And what you actually the best part is if you do it like this. Glue this part, because this is where it gets interesting if you don't do it this way. The top part you can do no problem. This one's going to go specifically in a certain part. You don't want to get this glue all over the place if you don't have to. It will come off, but you don't want to. If you don't have to get crazy, don't do it. So apply most of it on there. All right, then you want to come into here. Make sure it's even. There you go. Work it up a little bit to the thing. Then we go to the edge. There we go. See, this is what it looks like. Let's see if I can, there you go. There you go. That's what you're going to be doing. Right under his chin. I mean, at the crease of the bag.
Yep.
And that's why the reason we overlapped the top portion, so you wouldn't see a noticeable gap. You'll see here in a minute. There we go. Boom. See, it's pretty much lined up. Even if it's off a little bit, if you're like really a perfectionist or whatever, and it's off a little bit, you can actually take and trim this part. But I think it makes it look more like his mouth, because no one really has a total circle face. And there you go. There's that. Actually, cheat a little bit. When you have a puppet, instead of freehand this crap, you can go ahead and
trace the arm. Trace the arm.
So we traced the arm. So now we're going to cut this out like we did before, and we're going to flip it.
And if you don't feel like freehanding it, you can, again, go to the link of the downloadable pattern in the description below.
Yeah, not for nothing. You can even cheat even more if you wanted to. If you have a Cricut machine, you can actually use the Cricut machine to do this. But me and Justice said we weren't going to cheat like that. So every puppet that you see in the video Justice is going to connect, all were done by freehand. Sharp scissors, this would get interesting. I mean, you can still make it work, but why make it hard on yourself if you don't have to? And cool. And there's his hand. So now what we do is we take, and like I said, flip it. Hand. And you go to trace it. Trace just so if you can see it, because you don't want to make sure you don't get any marks on the hand. But
yeah. Also, another thing is make sure when you're making these guys, you're doing it in a lit area where you can see.
Yeah, because this would really, if you're living in a cave, or the way it looks like it's in a cave, it's gonna probably not be cool.
Not to hit that home, but we have a downloadable.
Because some people, some people are good working on cars. Some people are good at making props. Some people are good at sewing. Everybody has their own strengths or weaknesses. But if you're not good at doing a certain thing, then don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. See, so when you cut it out, now you got two
Jeffy hands and arms.
Yeah.
Arms. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Next is going to be his arms, so Jeffy will be able to, hold stuff. All right. So what we're going to essentially look for is this. Jeffy's going to be like this, pretty much patting his stomach. That's so you can tell it's in the right spot. So what you do is, so you know where it's at, you can actually do a light mark. So you know where his arm's supposed to be. And then we can erase that later. And then what you're gonna do is you take and get your glue. Actually, you really don't have to make a mark if you don't want to, but get your glue. Because what we're gonna do is, we do this. Make sure you get all the edges. Cool. And then you go like this, because you're seeing it as we do it. Boom, right there. Make sure it's right in the middle of his sleeve. And there you go. Oop, see? Sometimes if you don't hold the thing down good enough, the glue will slide because you can move it for a little while until it gets really good and dry. So you want to make sure you get all the edges, only because you don't want there to be, new glue on where it's supposed to be at. So you get all the glue on the edge. You can actually hold it in your hand if you want. So you don't want to get on the surface that you're working with. Just make sure you don't get on your fingers, because then now you're going to be part of the problem when you glue it. Okay, so like that. You can go into here. Same thing, right in the middle. Make sure it's good. Hands are even. Oh, they don't have to be even. Jeffy's kind of an interesting character. You know Jeffy, he's kind of unique. So if you don't get it exactly even, then that might be a good thing, because Jeffy's kind of, again, special.
All right, so now we're on to the pants.
Hooray. All right, so again, you'll be doing this too as well. So what I'm going to do is, so I don't have to freehand the stuff again. We already have Jeffy, and again, we're not trying to be salespeople. I promise you on the patent, but it'll make your life a heck of a lot easier if you just get the patent. But if you can freehand, that's actually part of the cool thing. If you can freehand, then freehand. But if you get the patent from us, you'll be able to do this without. You can just stick it right on the paper as you go along, and trace it, and you'll be good to go. Or I'm saying the cardstock. Yeah. So what we're doing right now is making his pants. Here we go. And voila, there's his pants. Ta-da.
And then he's gonna connect those lines.
Like people hear me say, connect the dots.
La 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 la.
Yeah, we're gonna go, but I mean, either way it works. So those are his pants. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna put a diaper over the top of it. But yeah, we're gonna do that in a minute. But yeah, so now you just cut it out. Pants. Boom. All right, cool. So to save yourself some time, what you're gonna do is obviously make sure the pencil side is gonna be there. You're gonna take and see we have the pants here anyways. So the diaper kind of goes like this. It's gonna hop and then draw in the middle. So using your pants pattern, all you're gonna do is go with a humps right here, and right here,
So you're kind of almost making like half the pants.
and then right here.
Bam.
So now what you're gonna do is where you get a freehand. So it doesn't matter as long as you're within those specs. Then you're gonna kind of do like this. Make a little circle.
There's something in the way.
Yeah, a little circle like this.
Then he's Captain Underpants.
Yep, and then you're gonna do the same thing here. As long as it connects to this, and you're writing in pencil, so you can always adjust it if you need to. See, and then you're gonna come across like this. Almost looks like a Speedo. And then you're gonna cut that part out. So what you're gonna do is, I get my pencil to start falling. So now you get pencil mark, right? You want to flip. Seeing you copied it, right? You don't want to do it the opposite way because it'll be weird. So you want to flip it at the same time. Now what you're gonna do is glue this to here. And Jeffy's got his diaper. All right, so now, like always, we're gonna put enough glue on here.
Going on the diaper.
Yeah, we're gonna glue the diaper on first, and then we're gonna do the pants with the diaper. Make sure you get it. You can move the glue around a little bit, but you want to get it where you put the humps at. Unless you make the diaper bigger, then it wouldn't matter. But and then we're gonna put his pants right there. Boom. You don't want to glue the whole pants because then it's gonna be interesting because now it's gonna stick to whatever you're working on, which you don't want. So figure out where his pants are going to go. Again, don't celebrate glue, but you want to put enough on here where it's not going to pop up. Versa. Line it up. There we go. Cool. And then same thing. That's why you want to put the glue on the bag itself. And you can go a little bit above the shirt just in case, you know, because you want to hide the shirt. You don't want to, you know, see edges on the paper, so it doesn't ruin the illusion of he's actually wearing a shirt.
Now on to his legs. So he's lining it up on these straps.
Yeah, these are probably the easiest things you can do. It's a straight line.
Rectangle.
Boom. Done. Round. Cool. Boom. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go like this.
Folding the one strip of cardstock.
And we're going to cut it in half where the fold's at. You can see that. You know, if you guys can see that. But
boom. Jeffy's legs.
It's just like last time, so we're going to get the edge. Like, see this little curve right here? It's because we reads and stuff. You're not going to see that, so it doesn't really matter. So you're going to put enough on here. It's probably better you hold it with your hand. This way you don't have to worry about getting it on the surface. You're going to come here where the glue ended. Make sure it's right in the center. There we go. Boom. Same thing. Make sure you apply pressure. So it makes a pretty good seal. And once this thing's glued, it's not going nowhere. But you saw when it was wet how you can move it. You can manipulate it. So in case you made a mistake, then you can always... So see what glue? You want just enough leg. Or yeah, glued part so it holds, not like a sliver. And then you're going to go like this. Make sure it's even with... And if somebody say if it's not even, you can always just cut the leg to make it even. But you don't want to get too crazy. Yes, that's pretty much about even. And then you can rub like that. Same thing. The only part I really can't trace.
Getting the freehand the nose.
But the nose is not that hard. You can pretty much, it's almost like a circle. Yeah, before I had the puppet, we actually were looking at screenshots, and that was fun because there's 8 million different screenshots you can do. Less pronounced. Because I had it where it was, they would drive a bus or a train in there. That's not cool. There we go. That's Jeffy's nose. Erase the pencil. That will be golden. Some money, apparently.
Yep.
So that's good. Yeah, so if you happen to make a mistake like I did, and if you, again, not to be a salesman for the patents, this is where getting the patent, or if you get it freehanding, this will be already ready for you. So we'll do that. You know, I use this white eraser. There's a peach eraser or whatever, but some of this white eraser actually gets stuff off better. All right, cool. So now I can go back to cheating again. Yeah, it's not really cheating, but yeah, if you don't have to freehand the stuff, then again, why? So I'm gonna. It's almost like a butterfly, his ear, if you look at it. There you go. Yeah, it actually almost is like a butterfly. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do this. So you get somewhere to glue stuff. And this will be the same thing we did last time. You do one, you cut it out and flip it over, and then there you go.
Yep.
But if you don't have to, why? You can save yourself a bunch of time. Again, it'd be easier if I wasn't doing it on the same colored paper. But there we go. Here we got it. What do you know? We found the line. There we go. I couldn't do two ears like this. The one's going to be like that. So when I'm doing this one, I got to do it that way because if not, I'll have two ears like that and it's not going to work. So, so this will be the one side, and we'll cut this one. It'll be the other side. Jeffy's ears. They do like a butterfly if you put them together. It's a beautiful butterfly, like Heimlich.
So now on to the pencil in his nose.
So this is what I was telling you about scraps. It's good if you have scrap paper. or cardstock, I should say, because now the small pieces, you're not wasting a big piece of paper because you already have this. So, but the cool part about this thing, it's so easy. It's just pretty much a cylinder, kind of like his legs. So once you get everything marked out where you want to be at, you can come here.
It's sad. It is a cylinder like his legs.
Yep.
So sad. True.
So go like that, and then we're going to make sure that it's nice and straight because we use this for a different thing. So we're going to go. Boom. Jeffy's pencil.
All right, so now we're on to the eraser part.
So what you're going to do is you take a little quarter of the pencil, right? Because yeah, it's cool. Because the eraser's not that big.
It's like a little square.
Yeah. You can just trace. Again, cheating. Trace this. Boom. There's your eraser.
That's probably the most simplest part of the.
Pretty much. There we go. There's the eraser. Then all you gotta do is take your little glue stick. This part, not the pencil, because the glue will get weird. So this is like the tiniest part. I think the shoes are the next tiniest, but you get enough glue on there, and then you're gonna come here, stick it right on here. Boom. There you go. This one you won't want to rub too much because it's such a small piece that if you rub it too much, then it's going to just get weird. See, so you can adjust it because it was off a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, again, not saying I'm cheating, but I already drew this damn thing, so trust me, you can freehand all this stuff. I'm not going to hold it against you. Freehand the crap out of it if you want to,
Draw his eyeballs.
But why would you want to if you don't have to? See, and then just connect it. Sharp scissors is it won't drag and it'll cut perfectly like it's supposed to do. Same color paper, it's interesting. But that's why we have an eraser. So there we go. Perfect. And then what we're gonna do is teeth. So teeth are just as easy as the pencil. Line.
Square.
Now you want to make it a little bit bigger than because you're gonna stick it behind his face. But you're not gonna gonna celebrate big, but like this.
In our case, even if we wanted to see if it matched up, we could actually.
Yeah, we could actually trace that, but this is like a no-brainer as far as the teeth are concerned. So I'm probably making it too big, but
once again, you can match it up.
Yep. Bam. Cool. So now the pupils, it's a circle. That's pretty much what it is. So you're gonna come here. Circle. Boom. Too crazy. That won't be cool. So again, sharp scissors help. Yeah, I mean, unless you really want to get crazy and cut a little hole, a little dot, which we've done before.
Yeah, but I say
but the Sharpie is the easiest way because it's
that's even tinier than the other circle. You have a circle within a circle within a circle.
Yep. There, it's crazy look. There you go. Boom. Almost forgot his helmet, which some say is magical.
Yep.
So again, we already have the thing. So if you don't have to freehand it, don't. Unless you really feel the need to. So it comes up like this. Another curve right here. Yeah. And then we're gonna go like this. Almost looks like some weird, like a snail or a bug or a hot dog even.
And that's just because the way it sits on his head from the front view. That's also the hard part when you're making these puppets is you're looking at everything from a front view. So
then you're trying to make everything look 3D as well because this is flat. It's one dimensional. You're trying to make it look two dimensional.
Yep.
There we go.
All right. So now we're on to Jeffy's feet.
And the feet are pretty much just ovals. So again, you can freehand this. This will be pretty easy. But again, we have a template, so might as well use it.
There they are. His feet.
You almost can't see them because they're on the hand. Let's do this so you can see them. Boom. There you go. Boom. Here's his tongue right here just so you can see what it looks like. Pretty much an oval. And then cool. If you're not, then I get it, but yeah, you probably can pull up an oval on Google or whatever. Yeah. And then print it out. There you go. Tongue. Last but not least, going to be the mouth plate. So we're going to make it red. So this is the cardboard mouth plate that's going to go in there. So the best pattern for that is just to copy what you already have. So you're going to draw a line here. And draw a line here, pretty much. Boom. Mouth plate. And you, my friends, are almost done. We're going to get ready to glue all this stuff. All right, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to glue all these parts together. No, not glue them together. We're going to glue all these parts on Jeffy. And then we're going to come back for the, because this video will be eight hours long.
Alrighty, so now that Jeffy number 2 is all glued together, there he is. All the pieces glued on from the helmet, eyes, the nose, the pencil, going down to his shoes. I'll show you guys how you make the mouth.
Okay, so the mouthpiece, what you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of cardboard, and it's actually on the patent that we have. Give you a sneak peek. You're going to make this. And what like we did earlier, that's going to cover that.
So those are going to be 2 separate pieces.
Yeah, but you glue them together. But
yeah.
Cool. So the puppet would work as it is, I think, but it's better to have something structurally in there for the puppet.
So this is where it kind of gets kind of confusing.
A little technical.
So when you open the flap of the, do we have?
I'm going to adjust this real quick. I already see the mouthpiece is too big. There we go. Okay, so the next, it's a little bit confusing. We kind of cut this ahead of time, as you see. So what you're going to do is when you first get the bag, you can either do it before or after, but I would do it before because this way it's already cut. What you're going to do is you're going to cut along this line right here.
You want to show them that?
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to cut here, where this crease is at, across here, and here. And the reason why you do that is because before we used to do it like this. What happens is you get all this crinkle, and then the face looks weird.
Yeah, we cut this here.
So now when you cut it,
you're not going to cut it all the way through.
No, you just cut on that section because when you cut, I was showing the Jeffrey we already have. What you have is this. See, it's got a. It goes like this. It's more natural. It's not as crinkly. And he can open and close his mouth, and it looks more natural.
And the face doesn't squish. So as you see here, he cut up to this point here with the scissors.
Yep, and just like we showed you earlier, we cut across and here. But you're not going to see that cut across here because this is what we're going to do next with the cardboard.
This is going to be right there.
And it covers all the seams. So we're going to glue this edge and insert this in this little paper bag part. See, there's a natural gap right here that you cut. You put this in here. It's like when you mail a letter. Well, I used to mail a letter back in the day. See it? All right, so now what you're going to do is you need a glue gun for this. So you're going to take this and do a line of glue just so it holds it in place, the paper and the cardboard. Now, when you do this, if you're a kid, make sure, or you're an adult, make sure, it's going to be hot like I'm doing right now. So make sure you got to apply pressure to it. That's going to make your plate for you. You want that in the inside.
Yes, not the outside.
Yeah. And now what you're going to do next is you're going to glue, and you want to make sure this is the right side. Perfect. Now you're going to glue this part to here. And that makes that mouth thing we showed you on the completed Jeffy. Put a good amount of glue. Don't celebrate too much because you want it just to...
Especially with a hot glue gun.
Yeah, and it's going to spread anyway. So
no joke.
So it's a little less hot with the cardboard than it was the paper, but still be careful because it is hot.
Make sure you have a parent or guardian supervising you when you go about doing watch.
No. Now, what you can do with this is you go like this, you glue it down with the glue stick again.
Yep.
And see, the help that we glued, that we didn't show you with the teeth, is you glue the tooth on the inside on the paper bag part, because if you don't, this part would show in the red, which make it look weird.
Yep.
So now you're going to take your trusty glue stick. We're almost done. And then do the same thing you've been doing the whole time. Not necessarily celebrate glue, but yeah, make sure you get enough on there because you want this to cover the whole thing. Simply place this on here like this. There we go, like so. Do the same thing we've been doing not all day, but you know.
Throughout the entire project?
The project. Just stick his tongue just like that. Again, get the glue stick. And this is the technique I was telling you about. So what you do is you get a napkin or a piece of cardboard, another cardstock, whatever. Something you don't care about. And you're going to go like this. This way when you rub it on here, if it gets all the places in your work surface, and you won't have marks like we have on our Jeffy.
If you hear me laughing at our cat. She's
yeah, that's our not to steal Marcus's line from Cover Cartoons, but she's kind of like a little boss we got going on.
Quite a character.
And I think we did it.
There you go. And sometimes even if the red is bleeding over just a little bit, you can even trim that up a bit.
Yeah, which we'll probably end up doing. To do the Sharpie, you actually do a pencil. So you just go around the eye. It's a little bit of character. Do that. See the difference between that and nothing? It adds a little bit. But yeah, so you go like this. There we go. It separates a little bit. It actually brings the nose out a little bit more. See? You can see it. Just so you know where the vent holes are at. And like that. And then right here. And you got to color that with Sharpie. And then the tooth thing right here, you're going to just right down the center like Bugs Bunny. You're going to hit that with a Sharpie. Yep. And there's diaper. I think that diaper is the only thing that you probably need to add the black Sharpie to.
Just a little bit more detail to it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's already there. But there we go. Boom. You know what's that? I mean, you could do it with Sharpie if you're really good at what you're doing. But yeah, sometimes you might be a little off.
Your coffee, because
she probably did. She's jumping around.
I can see her from the mirror.
She lost her mind. I lost my mind.
Tapping at the chair. Anyway.
Cool.
Yep. Almost like a unibrow.
Almost like Bert from the Sesame Street.
Yep.
So you're just gonna little X's pretty much. It don't have to be perfect because he is Jeffy. More like a circle. And then this, color it in. Be careful when you get to the edge though, because you don't want to. This you can't erase.
Yeah, it adds a whole other difference.
It adds definition to the different,
like a 3D dimension.
Textures, yeah. You're just gonna write. Just gonna draw. Don't draw too crazy, because in case you make a mistake, you can erase it.
Yep.
But Jeffy, I think, drew his own little thing, so. There we go.
Yeah.
I do the Sharpie noise, and figure we'd go off camera a little bit and show you as we finish Jeffy up.
So, we hope this tutorial helped you guys make your own Jeffy paper bag puppet. Definitely feel free to leave a comment below letting us know if you'd like to see more paper bag puppet tutorials just like this. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns about making your own Jeffy paper bag puppet, feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to follow my dad at Galluccio Collectables. Huge shout out and thanking him for helping us with this project, because without his creative talentedness, I don't think I'd be able to get this done. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely check out the next paper bag puppet tutorial that's popping up on the screen right now. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you over there.
Oh, and one thing. Play with your toys.